Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe, right before renewing the lease for this property. Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up there in age, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Did you wake up happy today? Did you wake up feeling as though you are accomplishing everything you want in life? That you have met the goals and the dreams that you have aspired for, and that you literally can just cruise through life happy as a camper, knowing that you've accomplished everything that you've wanted with yourself, with your partner, with those that you wanted around you? If the answer is no, well, guess what? You're in the right place. You know, I am someone who is really never satisfied. And sometimes that can be a gift and a curse. You know, when I look at life, it is almost very difficult for me to say I am super satisfied and I am happy where I'm at. No matter how much I have, no matter how many things I possess, the things, honestly, will never really bring me fulfillment and joy. I love them. You know, I've dreamed of having a massage chair, and once I got it, how many times have I used it? Probably less than 10 times. I dreamed of having a katana. I could buy that anytime. I chose not to just because it really doesn't benefit me in any way. I love anime. If you look right here, you'll see I got some anime behind me. And so, you know, the katana was for that purpose, if anyone is wondering. I just did a video on financial independence and why that was more important than and the step towards financial freedom. If you haven't seen that video yet, I do advise you watch that, because it's probably one of the more important videos. And anytime I do a video that is at least 20 minutes long, you should know, hey, there's probably something in there that is worth watching. But the reason I made this video is because a lot of the times we are not where we want to be in life, no matter how successful we are. And you know what? It's that ambition, is that aspiration that drives us and fuels us to live. To be honest, without that, I wouldn't know how to function. I wouldn't know how to operate within a space. And so being a student athlete and having something to work towards, that was probably one of the best times of my life, because I knew I could just engage myself physically and mentally into being and becoming exactly what I wanted to be, which was the best of the best. And so when I am in the realm of just financial literacy, financial independence, and financial freedom, I still operate in the same way, right? My mindset had to shift to, okay, first become stable, then become good, then become successful, right? And so once you reach that success threshold, what's next? More success and more success and more success, until you're sitting at the pinnacle of what success looks like. And then what? When you're around all of it, you can then assess whether you want it or not. But until you get there, you never really truly know what it's all about. Some people only show the guys who are drinking and having a good time, but they don't show the conversations about changing the world, donating money, and supporting causes and communities. And so, you know, for me, you know, you can't get to think that big when you're still thinking about what you're going to eat tomorrow. You can't get to think that big when you're still contemplating whether or not you've done enough to survive next month, whether you've done enough to pay your paycheck this week. I started to realize that I was in a good place financially when on the first of the month, I got paid 5-6 times before I even paid my mortgages and other expenses. I knew that I was in a good place when on the first of the month, I started wanting it to come, because I knew I was going to pay down my mortgages and increase my principal and increase my equity, knowing that I was going to receive those rental payments, knowing I was going to receive those checks in the mail. before anything else. A lot of people dread the first of the month. A lot of people despise the first of the month because that's when their bank account gets depleted. That's when the last money that they had gets spent just so that they can survive, not live, but survive for another day. And so, you know, when I have conversations with people, and we have conversations, I'm not going to say any names because I do have some of these people on the show, but they may not want you to even know this. But when I have conversations with people and they say, man, I just paid off my house, I'm making $2,300 a month off of X, Y, and Z. I'm like, oh, okay. Good for you. That's exciting. That's good conversation. Let's talk about that. Let's drink about that. But to them, that's not even what's really important. That's just a drop in a bucket compared to what they're truly doing out here. For me, that's a drop in a bucket. I want to start talking $20,000 a month. I want to start talking $30,000 a month. How do we get there? How do we start to produce that? That's the type of mindset shift that I'm on, right? When Grant Cardone talks about 10x, 100x, everything, it's a mindset shift from what people are used to. If you tell yourself, I've said this a billion times, if you tell yourself, all I need to do is make $10,000, I guarantee you can make $10,000. But you won't make no more than that. You won't save no more than that. As soon as you make $10,000, you're going to start spending money. If you say you need to save $20,000, I guarantee you're going to save $20,000. But I promise you can't save no more than that. If I tell myself I need $100,000 in my savings account, I guarantee you I will have $100,000 in my savings account. But I promise you I cannot have no more than that. Do you know why? Because when you have a goal that is limiting, no matter what the number is, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, if you limit yourself to that goal, that is all you will achieve. That is all you will achieve. I can't tell you how many times I set a goal for $10,000 in my savings account, and every time I hit it, there was money to be spent. Laptop for my birthday, $1,500 back when I was 18 years old. Then buying some clothes on a shopping spree, $2,000. I remember for years I would save 10 grand, 10 grand, 10 grand, and then I would always do a $2,000 shopping spree at the end of every year as a thank you to myself. And to be honest, that's not a lot of money. When you're saving 10 grand and you spend 20% on clothes and really nothing else, that's not a lot of money, and that doesn't include any investments whatsoever. So yeah, it's even less than 20%. And back then, listen, I didn't have nothing. So I was buying clothes, buying clothes, buying clothes. I thought I would do that for the rest of my life. I thought I would save 10 grand and spend 2 grand every single year for the rest of my life. But you know what happened? I had a lot of clothes and no space for more. And it was like, I don't need any more clothes. So what happened then to that mindset? To be honest, if I had kept that mindset, I'd probably be worse off. I would love to say I would be better off, but no, I'd actually be worse off because I started saving more than 10 grand, investing more than 10 grand, and doing more than 10 grand every single year. But I also started spending more too, right? Like my mortgages combined cost more than 2 grand now every single month. But for some people, their rent is $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, right? And so, again, it's all about perspective. It's all about what you believe and envision for yourself to be able to do. That is what you'll be able to accomplish. If you limit yourself, if you have a limiting belief, then you won't be able to achieve more than that. You just won't. And so again, when we talked about financial independence, being tunnel vision and being focused, you need that before you can even start to think about achieving financial freedom. And you need to stop limiting yourself in the things that you say so that you can do much more. Start setting goals. I'm going to invest 10 grand every single year. I'm going to save 50 grand every single year. Whatever the number may be, right? Like whatever the number may be, start 500, 1,000, 2,000. But what I don't want to see is somebody get 1,000 in their investment account, and then all of a sudden they're back at 1,000 next year, and the next year they're back at 1,000, and the next year they're back at 1,000. Why is that? Why can't you hold on to your money? You were able to put it in, which means you could do it again if you just followed what you did the last month. If you did what you did the previous month to get $1,000, you could do it again and again and again. And by the end of the year, you would have $12,000 plus interest, plus dividend payouts, plus all that other stuff. But what happened was you had a limiting belief that you could only get 1,000 in investments. And once you got that 1,000 in investments, you got comfortable and you took your foot off the gas. And so the only way a lot of people break through from that is when they get a lump sum of money, either by tax returns, either by a job, either by a bonus, or some unforeseen circumstance for them to actually break through, because their mindset does not allow them to break through. So life must either break them down or allow them to break through. Don't allow life to dictate your next action. You should be the ones to dictate your own actions. You are not incapable of doing something. Start to surround yourself with what you want to be. It is a mindset shift. Honestly, truly, it's a mindset shift. When people talk about manifestation, I am not someone who needs to say, this is what is going to happen, and so I hope it happens. No, this is a goal, not a dream of mine, right? It's a goal. Goals are obtainable through action. Dreams are attainable through hope, faith, and luck. I don't rely on dreams to achieve my goals. I rely on my actions to achieve results which achieve my goals. And whether I end up there first or last, I still end up there with the goal achieved. And so again, start to change that mindset. Start to shift your thought from those limiting beliefs to where you are now in charge of your destiny and not allowing life to dictate your next move. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Peace.